Hello, and welcome to this lecture on qualitative research. This presentation aims to give you a clear overview of qualitative research methods. Our goal is to provide a solid foundation for those new to the field and to help quantitative researchers expand their understanding. Throughout our discussion, we will cover the definition of qualitative research, the reasons for conducting it, the research process, its primary data collection methods, and data analysis techniques. If you want to know more about different qualitative research designs, such as narrative research, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, and case study, you can watch the recorded lecture titled Research Approaches and Designs Part 2. The link is in the video description. This presentation is based on the article, How to Use and Assess Qualitative Research Methods, authored by Lorraine Busetto, Wolfgang Wick, and Christoph Gumbinger. It was published in the journal Neurological Research and Practice. Qualitative research is defined as the study of the nature of phenomena, Philipson and Verneuil-Dassin, 2007. This includes exploring their quality, different manifestations, the context in which they appear, and the perspectives from which they can be viewed. It's important to note that it excludes factors like their range, frequency, and their place in a cause and effect chain. A more practical understanding of qualitative research is that it typically uses data in the form of words, not numbers. Punch, 2013. This highlights its focus on gaining an in-depth understanding of experiences and perspectives, rather than on statistical measurement or hypothesis testing. This approach is well suited for answering questions that quantitative methods cannot, such as why something is or is not observed. Qualitative research is crucial for understanding topics that cannot be explored with numbers alone. It's especially useful for answering the why and how questions behind observed patterns. This approach allows us to find out the reasons for behaviors or phenomena that may be invisible or surprising, providing a deeper understanding that complements quantitative findings. Qualitative research is characterized by its flexibility, openness, and responsiveness to context. Unlike quantitative research, where data collection and analysis are distinct, separate steps, qualitative research operates in a cyclical and iterative manner. Fossey et al., 2002. This means that new insights and experiences gained during the research process can lead to adaptations and expansions of the original plan, and may even require a revision of the research question or design as a whole. The research process in qualitative studies is iterative, with back-and-forth steps between data collection and analysis. This allows new insights to lead to adaptations and expansions of the original research plan. This might even require a revision of the research question or the entire research design. The process continues until saturation is achieved. For transparency, it's crucial to document all decisions and the reasoning behind them. The iterative process begins with data collection and analysis, and through a series of adaptations and expansions, it continues until saturation is reached, meaning no new relevant information can be found. The iterative process starts with data collection. This first step involves gathering the raw information for your study, such as conducting interviews, observations, or document study. After collecting initial data through methods like interviews or observations, the next step is data analysis. This is where you conduct a preliminary analysis of the collected data to begin revealing initial insights and patterns. This step is crucial for the iterative process because it informs how you'll adapt and expand your research plan moving forward. Based on this preliminary analysis, we move into adaptation and expansion. The new insights and patterns we've discovered may lead us to adjust or even expand our original research plan. For instance, we might need to revise our research questions or make changes to the overall research design. Fossey et al., 2002. This highlights the iterative nature of qualitative research. It's a dynamic and flexible process that evolves as we learn more from the data. Saturation is a crucial concept in qualitative research. The entire iterative process continues until we reach what's called saturation. This is the point where you are no longer finding any new, relevant information from your data. Once you've reached saturation, you can be confident that you've explored the topic thoroughly. Finally, for the sake of transparency, it is essential to document all of the decisions you've made throughout this entire process and the reasoning behind them. Qualitative methods operate under a different research paradigm than quantitative research. While quantitative research is often associated with positivism, qualitative methods are aligned with paradigms such as constructivism or interpretivism. The choice of which methods to use can be based on the specific substantive theory or theoretical framework that the researcher is using. The most common methods for collecting qualitative data are the following: document study, observations, semi-structured interviews, and focus groups. Document study, also known as document analysis, this involves the review of written materials by a researcher. These materials can be personal or non-personal, and may include archives, annual reports, guidelines, policy documents, diaries, or letters. Observations are a useful way to understand a specific setting and the actual behavior of people, as opposed to what they report. The document describes two types of qualitative observations. Participant observations: the researcher is a part of the environment being studied, such as a nurse working in an intensive care unit. Non-participant observations: the researcher is present in the situation but not an active participant. They are on the outside looking in and try to avoid influencing the setting by their presence. Semi-structured interviews are described as a conversation with a goal. They are used to understand a person's personal experiences, opinions, and motivations. These interviews are characterized by open-ended questions and an interview guide that outlines the main areas of interest, which can be adapted as the interviewer learns more about the subject. A key advantage is their interactive nature, which allows for unexpected topics to arise and be explored by the researcher. This can help to overcome the biases that can be found in written surveys, which are limited to what the researcher already knows or expects. Focus group are group interviews that explore participants' expertise and experiences, including how and why people behave in certain ways. They are a relatively easy, fast, and inexpensive way to access information on group interactions, described in the document as the sharing and comparing among participants. Typically, these groups consist of 6 to 8 people and are led by an experienced moderator. To analyze qualitative data from observations, interviews, and/or focus groups, the following steps are taken. Transcription: the first step is to transcribe audio recordings and field notes into written protocols and transcripts. Transcriptions can be verbatim and may include notes on behavior like laughing or crying, or phonetic details of dialects, depending on the needs of the analysis. Next, coding: the transcripts and protocols are coded. This involves marking sections with short descriptors to tag or label the content. This process connects the raw data with theoretical terms, Jansen, 2007, and makes it easier to sort the data and extract specific segments from multiple sources. Grouping and categorization: the final step involves grouping, summarizing, and categorizing the codes in a process of synthesis and abstraction. The end result is a descriptive theory of the behavioral pattern being investigated. Qualitative data management software, such as InVivo, MaxQDA, and Atlas.ti, is often used to perform the coding process. These are tools that support the analysis performed by the researcher.